Welcome back. Tradition versus modernity. The story revolves around Kalinga Gowda, an elderly, authoritative figure who firmly believes in maintaining the integrity of his ancestral lineage. He comes from a family that has upheld strict traditions for generations, valuing social status, family honor, and inheritance over personal emotions. To Kalinga Gowda, a person's individual desires are insignificant when compared to the responsibility of preserving the family's legacy. His rigid worldview is shaped by the belief that every generation must follow the established customs without questioning them. However, his son, Narayana Gowda, represents a clash between tradition and modern values. Unlike his father, Narayana Gowda has been exposed to new ideas through education and urban influences. He questions the rigid customs that dictate whom he should marry, how he should live, and what responsibilities he must bear. His struggle becomes evident when he falls in love with a woman who does not align with his father's expectations. When he chooses to follow his heart instead of marrying within his caste and family's approval, he inadvertently sparks a crisis within the household. The role of women and gender inequality. The novel also provides a deep exploration of women's struggles in a patriarchal society. Bhyrappa masterfully portrays the silent endurance of women who are bound by rigid social structures. Women in the family are expected to uphold traditions, suppress their desires, and sacrifice their happiness for the sake of maintaining harmony. One of the key female characters is Narayana Gowda's wife, who faces alienation and humiliation because she is not accepted by the family. Her presence becomes a symbol of defiance, challenging the long-standing customs that dictate who belongs and who does not in a traditional household. She represents a new era of women who refuse to be confined by oppressive traditions. The novel also highlights the plight of other female family members, including those who silently suffer within loveless marriages and those who are forced to make difficult choices between personal fulfillment and family expectations. These women's experiences reflect how traditions often favor men while placing emotional and social burdens on women. Generational differences and emotional turmoil. As the story progresses, The Uprooted delves deeper into how family values evolve across generations. While Kalinga Gowda sees his rigid beliefs as the foundation of stability and honor, Narayana Gowda and the younger generation perceive them as chains that restrict individual freedom. Bhyrappa masterfully portrays the psychological struggles of each character. Kalinga Gowda is not simply a villainous, controlling figure. His beliefs stem from a lifetime of upholding duty and protecting his family's honor. On the other hand, Narayana Gowda's rebellion is not an act of selfishness but a desperate attempt to carve his own identity. The novel presents both perspectives, forcing the reader to question: should we always obey traditions, or should we challenge them when they become outdated? Can a family survive if its members prioritize personal happiness over collective values? Does maintaining one's ancestral heritage justify suppressing individual desires? These dilemmas are further intensified by the complex relationships between fathers and sons, husbands and wives, and elders and younger generations. The emotional conflicts in the novel are deeply relatable, making it a timeless reflection of human relationships. Symbolism of the Uprooted Tree. The title The Uprooted is deeply symbolic. It represents the roots, branches, and growth of a family across generations. Each individual is like a branch, connected to the roots of ancestry but growing in a different direction. Some branches flourish, while others wither away due to broken relationships, societal pressures, and evolving beliefs. Bhyrappa uses this metaphor to emphasize that a family's strength lies not only in its traditions but also in its ability to adapt and evolve. He challenges the notion that a family's greatness is solely defined by its past, suggesting that true legacy is built by balancing both tradition and progress. The novel's climax and thought-provoking end. As the novel reaches its climax, the conflicts between generations escalate. Betrayals, emotional wounds, and deep-seated misunderstandings create irreparable fractures within the family. While Kalinga Gowda remains steadfast in his beliefs, Narayana Gowda and others are forced to make painful choices between their identities and their family ties. In the end, The Uprooted does not provide a clear resolution but leaves the reader with intense philosophical questions. It does not paint tradition as entirely oppressive or modernity as entirely liberating. Instead, it presents a realistic, multidimensional perspective, showing that family, identity, and societal roles are constantly evolving concepts. Why The Uprooted remains relevant today? Although the novel was written decades ago, its themes remain deeply relevant in modern society, where many individuals struggle to balance family expectations with personal aspirations. Issues such as intergenerational conflicts, the role of women, caste prejudices, and societal transformation are still prevalent today. Bhyrappa's powerful storytelling ensures that The Uprooted is not just a family drama but a profound exploration of human nature and social structures. His ability to weave philosophy, psychology, and emotional depth into a compelling narrative makes this novel one of the most thought-provoking works in Kannada literature. Final thoughts. The Uprooted is more than just a story about a family. It is a mirror reflecting the struggles of tradition versus modernity, duty versus personal freedom, and honor versus love. Through richly developed characters, intense emotional conflicts, and deep philosophical insights, S.L. Bhyrappa creates a novel that resonates across generations. The book leaves the reader pondering. What truly defines a family? Should we hold on to traditions or let them evolve? Can personal happiness and societal expectations ever coexist harmoniously? Ultimately, The Uprooted is a masterpiece that continues to spark discussions about family, identity, and the ever-changing dynamics of human relationships. The Uprooted is a profound novel by S.L. Bhyrappa that explores themes of family lineage, tradition, societal expectations, and personal identity. Set in rural Karnataka, the novel portrays the lives of multiple generations within a traditional family, focusing on how ancestral customs influence individual choices. Through its gripping narrative, the book raises deep philosophical questions about whether one should prioritize family honor over personal happiness and whether traditions should be preserved or challenged as society evolves.